Got someone screaming on the street. Authentic New York City experience. I've decided to bring my camera along with me today because I'm having a little bit of an adventure, we'll call it. If you don't know, I grew up in Manhattan. I love New York City. It will always be my home. But for the past year and a half-ish, I've been living in Ireland. And for the past year, I have not been back to New York City for obvious reasons that I won't mention specifically. I feel very lucky that I was able to come home for the holidays, see my family, see a couple friends, social distanced, of course. Today, I am seeing one of my oldest friends. We grew up here together. I've known her since we were 3. We've decided that we are going to do one of the only things that feels safe and is an option to do right now, which is go for a walk. But we've also decided to make it a challenge. So we're walking from the very top of Central Park, where I am now, to Brooklyn.
I think I've been here before. Turning fights in the war.
I have found Charlotte. She has brought us some New York City bagels for the real authentic experience.
So I can lean on my gun. I hear the order to run.
We finished our bagels, feeling a little intimidated by how little we've walked so far and how much we have left to walk.
So I'm taking chances like I've never tried, and I'm making plans well after tonight. My final stand is forfeiting the fight. There's not a doubt in my mind.
Okay, I feel like you guys need to get to know Charlotte, and Charlotte needs to get to know you. So comment below your favorite color. Charlotte's is
blue.
Great.
I really didn't know it was going to come out of my mouth until I said blue.
I would have said green maybe.
Yeah, I would have said maybe.
It's actually green, she lied. I get this question all the time, being a person from New York, not living in New York. And you are now a person from New York who does not live in New York.
Yeah.
You live in?
Austin, Texas.
Do you get this question of what was it like growing up in New York?
Yeah, people are always shocked. They don't think it's the real place that people live.
Someone once told me that they forgot that children live in New York,
Yeah,
which I found funny.
They kind of think we're like stricken and like had a horrible childhood.
Which is not true.
Yeah. And that like all we know is concrete.
Yeah.
We're like,
I tend to say it's like I felt like I had access to everything as a kid, which I don't know if that's true, but I felt like it, which was cool.
definitely good to live away and come back.
Yeah.
I really appreciate.
Oh, I turn into a full tourist when I come back, as you can see.
Yeah.
Holding your hand, it'll break as fast as it can, as fast as it can, over and over again. So I'm taking chances like I've never tried, and I'm making plans well after tonight.
We have made it through Central Park, which means the first leg of our adventure journey is over.
Yes.
And now we're in the really touristy, kind of stressful part of town.
Keeping our masks on.
Very
doing
much
some
so.
weaving.
Final stand is forfeiting the fight.
We are just getting into Times Square now. This should come as no surprise, I don't spend any time here, but I do know that it is usually way more crowded than it currently is. There's an ice skating rink here at Bryant Park. And Charlotte and I, you know, we've been friends for years. We've gone ice skating together before. Charlotte, do you want to tell them about my favorite time that we went ice skating together?
I went ice skating with Claire and she fell and she broke her arm. I feel like I told her to man up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were like, it's fine, and it wasn't fine. But what I remember is that we were like 12. We were there with Charlotte's parents. I fell and broke my arm and was crying. And then Charlotte was trying to collect our things from the locker really quickly. And she bent down and then snapped her head back open on a locker and was bleeding from the back of her head.
So much blood.
We have made it to the next landmark on our journey. It's the Empire State Building. You can't really tell. We're right under it. When Charlotte and I were in 2nd grade, our school took a field trip to the Empire State Building, which I feel like is not that interesting in and of itself, but it's just kind of funny that we were learning about New York City in our social studies class, and then they just took us to the major tourist site.
And we've probably never been here together since then.
No, definitely not.
And I just hit the road, broken hearted soul, and I would keep her right on my sleeve.
All right, give us the update.
All right, so it's just taking how long it will take us, which is 1 hour and 2 minutes. One question I haven't asked you yet is if we're planning on walking back.
I would say no.
Okay, good. I was scared to ask.
We are here in Union Square. We're walking through the farmer's market. There's kind of a lot of people out, which, you know, nothing to be done there. But we're gonna try to dodge them. We are done with Midtown. We are done with the area between Midtown and downtown that I don't know what to call. And we are headed into what I think of as the NYU area because I went to college here and all the memories come flooding back. Made it to Washington Square Park and it is 4:01 p.m., which means we have maybe 30 minutes until the sun sets.
And I'll say I'm coming back.
The sun is setting and we need to book it if we're gonna make it across the Brooklyn Bridge, at least as the sun is setting. I just want to get there before darkness, before I feel scared for my safety. You know, these things.
What if we got a coffee though?
Ooh, that's a good point.
If I ask you things on camera, you have to say yes.
We made our emergency caffeine stop, but we are really pressed for time now because it's getting dark. I don't know if you can tell.
We're gonna make it. I have faith.
We have a ways to go.
I also have bad time management skills.
I grew up in New York City, 17 and pretty, far wider-eyed than I had any right to be. But I was only country jaded, the kind of cynical that's traded in for futures.
It's happening. There is still some daylight and we are sort of on the bridge, like on the part before the bridge. I don't know.
Still walking.
Charlotte is tired.
It's keeping me. So if I can't leave, I better learn to stay. And if I can't see, I better look another way. And if I can't breathe the air I'm taking in, I better find a second wind.
To be honest, the bridge is quite a bit more crowded than we were hoping. It's just unfortunate from a pandemic standpoint. You know, obviously otherwise you would expect all of this.
Baby, and my heart's keeping.
I'm realizing, though I've definitely walked across this bridge many times, I don't think I've ever been here at sunset. And it's obviously gorgeous.
If I can't leave, I better learn to stay. And if I can't see, I better look another way. And if I can't breathe the air I'm taking in, I better find a second wind.
Alright, my friends, this is where we're gonna leave you. Thank you for watching, for joining us on our ridiculous adventure. We had a great time. Hope you had a great time. Please subscribe if you haven't. And new videos coming very soon.
If I can't breathe the air I'm taking in. I better